Phyco-Remediation of sugar mill effluent using Chlorella Vulgaris. Abstract sugar is second largest agro industry in India. Thus, its importance is immense from economics point of view. However, the industry needs environment-friendly and sustainable effluent treatment technologies considering the water and energy situations at global level. In the present experiment, alga chlorella was experimented to treat sugar mill effluent, SME. Chemical oxygen demand, COD, of approximate 6,000 mg/L of SME was successfully reduced by 80% in the experiment with 144 6 days, of retention period. Produced algal biomass showed calorific value of approximate 3000 cal/g, i.e. the treatment technology can produce energy and thus, important in near future for achieving sustainability. Keywords: Phyco-Remediation, sugar mill effluent, chlorella. 1. Introduction. Being agro-based industry, the sugar mills play an important role in the economic development of rural India. Its significance enhanced due to ethanol blended petrol program initiated by the Government of India. However, sugar industry produces sizable amount of wastewater. According to the prevailing norms/guidelines, the industry produces 100 L of effluent and 100 L of spray pond overflow wastewater per ton of sugar cane crushed. The effluents contain a high amount of organic pollutants that contributes to chemical oxygen demand, COD. Thus, if effluent discharged untreated or partially treated outside the mill premises, it likely to cause pollution in recipient ecosystem, i.e. aquatic and/or terrestrial. The physico-chemical characteristics of the receiving aquatic bodies likely to get altered due to the effluent. Similarly, aquatic flora and fauna gets affected in such situation. 2. Sugar industry and wastewater. Wastewater with varying levels of pollution load is generated at different stages of sugar production. Pollution load is mainly observed due to oil, grease, sugar/juice entrainment, bagasse or dust, floor washing and acids/bases or chemicals used for the processes. SME shows a chemical oxygen demand in the range of 1,500 to 5,000 mg/L. This load may increase due to operational issues of individual factory. This is mainly due to organic pollutants. Therefore, SME, if discharged untreated, could deteriorate the water quality of receiving bodies and/or affect the soil and associate terrestrial ecosystem. It may cause an impact of various magnitude on animals who consumes it. Wastewater from sugar industry is having BOD in the range of 1,000-1,500 mg/L, could rapidly deplete available oxygen, endangering aquatic life. Considering this and due to legal enforcement, sugar factories have installed effluent treatment plants, ETPs. These plants are mainly based on activated sludge process. Several issues have been observed in treating SME through these conventional ETP. Some of them are inadequate and unskilled manpower. Usually ETP is operated by unskilled labor. Often, labor is seasonal or works on daily wage basis. Sometimes, supervising person is having low knowledge of ETP operation. Ultimately, the end result is ETP not serving its purpose. Consumption of higher energy. Considerable amount of energy is spent on pumping activities as well as artificial aeration activity. Floating or submerged aerator are used for the said purpose. Consumption of chemicals, improper operation of ETP, frequently changing hydraulic loads, etc. are other prime reasons for the search of an alternative treatment for SME. The research team has already worked on the SME treatment using algae. Algae is emerging as a biofuel source. Its cultivation cost can be controlled by cultivating it using wastewater and nutrients. EPA has specifically identified conventional wastewater treatment plants as major contributors to greenhouse gases. Algae-based wastewater treatment also releases carbon dioxide, CO2, but the algae consume more CO2 while growing than that is being released by the plant. This makes the entire system carbon negative. So this research could give a new idea of a more modern concept or approach to sugar industries for better management of their wastewater. In algal wastewater treatment facilities, the main objective of sludge management is to maximize algal biomass production. The resulting sludge with algal biomass is energy-rich, which can be further processed to make biofuel or other valuable products such as fertilizers. In short, the present work was planned with an objective to study the effectiveness of the treatment for reducing COD/BOD of SME as well as estimate the chlorella biomass production using SME. 3. Materials and method. SME was collected from Srinath Mascoba Sugar Limited, Pun. Raw effluent, untreated effluent, was collected from the surface of holding pond in 20L bucket and transferred to clean plastic can of 35L. Then collected effluent was stored in cold storage till the day of analysis. It was brought to ambient temperature before commencing any testing and experiments with it. It is used as per requirement of the experiment. A culture of chlorella collected and isolated from natural freshwater body near to the laboratory. The same was maintained at Department of Environment Science of Vasant Dada Sugar Institute, Pun. The experimental setup is illustrated in the figure 1. Explained here in short, 2000 ml SME was taken in a container and in which 200 ml of chlorella cells were added. The cell density of the chlorella maintained by measuring its optical density at 660 nm and maintained at 0.613 plus or minus 0.050. This mixture was poured in 1.5 L flat bottom jars, as shown in figure 2. Set B and Set C prepared as per the figure 1 and content transferred to the jars. The content of the jar stirred continuously at 100 rpm plus or minus 10. During the experiment, laboratory temperature was observed 330 C plus or minus 3 during daytime and 270 C plus or minus 2 during night. Artificial light of 1000 lux provided for 12h every day during experimental period. For discussion. The major achievement of the experiment is efficient COD reduction without any expensive chemicals. Overall, COD reduction of 80% achieved in 144h, i.e. 6 days, treatment. This is very similar to the observation reported by Goncalves et al., 2017, who reported pollutant removal ability of algae as 214 DHRT. He et al., 2013, and Wang et al., 2015, reported that algae can grow well only in wastewater having lower COD, below 5000 mg L_1. But, the present study showed that, chlorella can survive and treat industrial effluent having COD of 5000 mg/L. This treatment time may get reduced if the experiment carried out in the actual sunlight, Deshmane et al. 2022. The second objective of the experiment focused on bioenergy from the treatment process. If the dry sludge, 95% plus dry, from the treatment process used as a fuel, it has excellent calorific value. On an average 5 to 6 grams of sludge generated per liter of SME. A sugar mill of 5,000 ton per day crushing capacity produces 500 cubic meters of SME. Thus, 2.5 to 3 tons of sludge anticipated, which is sizable. In short, the results indicate that SME is having good potential to serve as a growth medium for algae. Dry algal biomass can be used for the feedstock to produce bioenergy.